finally recording this haul. That's what it is, a haul video. I had gone out to Los Angeles like a few weeks ago, and it was the greatest time ever. I was only really there for like a day and a half, but it was worth it. I spent a little too much money on books. A good portion were for my partner Derek and for my family, but I also bought a bunch for myself and like 2 movies. So I have 1 movie over there. It's just Adam Sandler's 50 First Dates. But yeah, I bought that for nostalgia. Same with this one. It's a Steve Martin movie. It's called Mixed Nuts. My mom had me watch it because she knows I'm a Liev Schreiber fan. And Liev Schreiber's in it as a trans woman. But it's like a weird-ass Christmas movie. So we should talk about it more in the Christmas circulation, but we don't. But so yeah, I got that, all these books, 2 books that I finished reading in the finished reading video, and like a few others for my family and my partner, but we'll leave those alone because I'm a little lazy tonight. But I got them all at this place called The Last Bookstore, and it was in Los Angeles, the downtown-ish area. So yeah. This is a manga called, forgive me because I can't speak Japanese like my partner does, but this is Maison Ikoku by Rumiko Takahashi. I love Rumiko Takahashi. She wrote Reneo, Yurusei Yatsura, Rama 1/2 is probably my favorite of hers, and of course everyone knows Inuyasha. So, but I never heard of this one, but it's like a slice of life comedy. This guy's trying to get back into school, but he's having a hard time studying because of his quirky neighbors, and it doesn't help out that this hot babe moved into the house they all live in because she's like the manager of the house now, like she's running the place. So yeah, I thought I'd give it a try, but I love her art style and just her comedic storytelling. This one, I literally picked it up because it said Scandinavian in play. And it looked cool because it's really fucking old. But it's called Modern Scandinavian Plays. We have The Great Highway by August Strindberg. Egelkick by Kaj Monk. Bishop Jean Arison, but oh god. I'm not going to even attempt that one or the last one. But the last play is called Queen Margaret of Norway. These are representative dramas of distinguished playwrights now available in English. So, 4 great dramas by distinguished representatives of each of the Scandinavian countries, now translated in English. So the first one takes place in Sweden, second one Denmark, third one Iceland, and 4th one Norway. Yeah, so I basically got it because it looks cool and old. Such a hipster move to do. But I do plan to read it, so. And then we have this graphic novel called Crowded. This takes place in a world where everything is run by doing these odd job apps. So, like, your DoorDash and Uber, but, like, make it everything. So, this chick with the glasses doesn't know why, but she has a bounty on her and people are trying to kill her, and she hires the cheapest bodyguard from the Defend app to protect her, essentially, is the synopsis of this. But, like, I basically picked it up because the art style looked interesting, to say the least. So it sounded interesting that, like, this whole world is run by odd job apps. Like, there is no conventional 9-to-5 job anymore. You have to do odd jobs via app. So I thought that was interesting, to say the least. This is another play. It's a comedy by Ken Ludwig. I love bison. They're one of my favorite animals. So that's why I bought it. It's a very dumb reason. But it's called Moon Over Buffalo. And it's basically, you know that Christopher Guest movie, Waiting for Guffman? It's basically that, but it's about a couple, and the guy from the couple dips while a famous guy is coming in scouting for people to put into a movie, but the main guy dips because he learns he's going to be a baby daddy, and he's like, no thank you, and so he dips. But in order to save their theater or whatever, they have to do the audition kind of thing, so it's like a scramble for time kind of thing. So it sounds interesting, and I am curious to read it. Next up is Go Nagai's Cutie Honey, the classic collection. So if y'all don't know, Cutie Honey is a 70s maho shoujo, or magical girl manga, or, well, I think it was an anime first, if I'm gonna be honest. But she is essentially like a big step forward for the magical girl genre, like with the transformation scenes and all that, and like the villains and stuff. But like, think of a more PG-13 version of My Life as a Teenage Robot, because Cutie Honey is a android, and everyone is head over heels for her, like female teachers included, who seem like creepy, which they are, because they're crushing on a minor essentially, but she's a robot, but they don't know that. She has several forms though, for different situations, but every time she transforms into a different form, they show her like naked body. So let me see if I can find a panel real quick. But yeah, it's really weird. But I guess also the transformation scenes were a big step for like the whatever you would put the Power Ranger genre in, because they too had the transformation scenes. But yeah, so this was for children, but then you have panels like this going on, just full on naked, tits out, you know. I mean, she's smooth down there, but like still really, really weird. But if it weren't for her, we wouldn't have the cool, interesting, visceral transformation scenes we have today in more modern magical girl animes, like your typical Sailor Moon, Cardcaptor Sakura, and your more unknown ones, I guess, like Wedding Peach and Shigokara. So yeah. I love clowns. I have a few clown paintings. I have one in the bedroom, and I have one right behind the camera. I'm planning to grow my clown collection. It's a matter of time. But this book is called the Clown Act Omnibus, Everything You Need to Know About Clowning, plus over 200 clown stunts by Wes McVicker. That's basically it. It basically teaches you how to be a clown, you know. On the back here it says, everything you need to know to stage successful clown performances. The basics of being a clown, clown equipment, walk-ons and walk-arounds, clown acts with special equipment, over 200 skit ideas classified. So, yeah. It's interesting, and it's broken down in such a way that my pea brain can probably read it lickety-split, so that's really nice. Well, I don't have a pea brain, I just don't plan well, and I should. Last book is by Mallory O'Meara. It's called The Lady from the Black Lagoon, Hollywood Monsters and the Lost Legacy of Millicent Patrick. So, I believe she's like a special effects artist, if I remember correctly. Here, let's read the flap, shall we? Okay, The Lady from the Black Lagoon uncovers the life and work of Millicent Patrick, one of Disney's first female animators and the only woman in history to create one of Hollywood's classic movie monsters. As a teenager, Mallory O'Meara was thrilled to discover that one of her favorite movies, Creature from the Black Lagoon, featured a monster designed by a woman, Millicent Patrick, but for someone who should have been hailed as a pioneer in the genre, there's little information available. For as O'Mara soon discovered, Patrick's contribution had been claimed by a jealous male colleague. Her career had been cut short, and she soon after had disappeared from film history. No one ever knew if she was still alive. As a young woman working in the horror film industry, O'Mara set out to right the wrong, and in the process discover the full fascinating story of an ambitious, artistic woman ahead of her time. Patrick's contribution to special effects proved to be just the latest chapter in a remarkable, unconventional life, from her youth growing up in the shadow of Hearst Castle to her career as one of Disney's first female animators. And at last, O'Mara discovered what really had happened to Patrick after the creature's success and where she went. A true-life detective story and a celebration of a forgotten feminist trailblazer, Mallory O'Mara's The Lady from the Black Lagoon establishes Patrick in her rightful place in film history while calling out a Hollywood culture where little has changed since. So, yeah. I picked this up because Creature from the Black Lagoon is probably one of my first childhood horror movies, but I loved Creature from the Black Lagoon. I still do. I actually need to hit up my dad's house again and pick up my Creature from the Black Lagoon. But yeah, that's it. So, the AEW meme compilation video is basically done. I just have to publish it essentially and make the thumbnail. But yeah, so that's basically done. So look for that in the future. Next video I guess I'll be making is the What the Hell Was I Doing in Los Angeles video, which was quite exciting to say the least. A great experience nonetheless. I loved it a lot, and I want to thank Liz, the producer of the wrestling event I went to in Los Angeles. She did great. I loved every single bit of it, and I just want to thank her for doing that. Because I guess it's like a local event or something like that, usually, and I'm glad I got to go. It was so much fun. You had burlesque, you had little guys fighting, you had luchador matches in general, you had weird advertisements for Bullet Train, which is a Brad Pitt movie. It just looks like a mix of like some kind of Quentin Tarantino movie and Snowpiercer. It's whatever, but like I still enjoyed it. You made it enjoyable, so I want to thank you for that. So yeah, I will be making a What the Hell Was I Doing in Los Angeles video soon enough. Probably not tonight though. Probably some other night, and that's okay. But yeah, that's basically it. That was basically this video. So thank you for watching. I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, evening, and night. So thanks. Bye.